Tom Foley.
There he is.
Sure, he's here.
I've seen him on the TV.
Could be your next governor.
Yes.
He kind of looks like a governor.
He does have that gubernatorial look.
Undergraduate degree in economics from Harvard and an MBA from Harvard Business School.
Me too.
Ooh, basketball. Cool. MBA, sorry.
He ain't no dummy.
No, he's not.
From October 2006 until January 2009, he was the United States ambassador to Ireland.
One of the best jobs in the world.
That's a great gig, right?
That's definitely
Absolutely.
a cool gig, yeah.
You fly back and forth, and is the Guinness better in Ireland?
It is.
It is.
That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you get that job?
Well, you get that job by basically being somebody that the President of the United States wants to have them represent them overseas.
Wow.
You definitely don't drill the
How did you know President Bush? Or how do you know him?
Well, I've been involved in Republican politics for about 30 years, and so I got to know him through politics when he first ran for governor in Texas, and then later when he ran for president.
How often are you traveling back and forth to Ireland? I mean, what kind of demand is that job on a person?
Oh, well, you actually live there. You move there when you're the ambassador. So
Really?
I
Wow,
lived
it's
over
even
there.
tougher.
Yep.
Wow, that's cool.
And so
No,
you're at
Ireland's
the,
a nice place to live. It actually is.
yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. So you're at all those parties with like secret agents and stuff?
Right.
Yeah.
Secret agents? What do you mean?
I don't know. When I see ambassadors, I'm watching 24 or I'm watching a James Bond movie.
Exactly, right, yeah. It's a little less demanding in Ireland.
I guess the secret agents, yeah, there's not a lot of big demand for secret agents in Ireland.
Right, a couple leprechauns maybe, yeah.
Not a
Always
lot
had
of
to be
spying going on.
You go to some pretty cool parties, though, right? As an ambassador?
Well, I don't know about parties, but an important part of the job is what they call public diplomacy. So it's getting to know the opinion leaders and the people in the government, and part of that involves entertaining.
Yeah. And how is our relationship with Ireland now?
Excellent. Excellent.
War.
We when I was there, no war broke out between the United States and Ireland. So
Very good.
It did come close.
Got a good track record.
they said that was job number one.
The one time I ran against.
He earned the Department of Defense Distinguished Public Service Award for his service in Iraq. So thank you for your service.
Wow.
What did you do in Iraq?
I was a civilian. I was working for the Department of Defense, and I was in charge of just after the invasion of getting the economy back up and running. They had most of the large businesses in Iraq were owned by the government. It was a centrally planned and government-owned economy, and over 500,000 people were employed in those businesses. So because I had turnaround experience, they wanted me to go over there and get those businesses back up and running and then start to lay the groundwork for a private sector economy.
Turnaround experience. That's kind of what we need here, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so you're not
Lots
just
of
like
it.
this real rich guy who wants to run the state. You've actually done stuff.
I actually have done stuff and served my country twice overseas, and I'm very interested in public service. And
I think
helping the
Liz
state.
likes my questions. She smiles after every one.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Or
This
she does
person
really
Liz.
happy, yeah.
So we're going to play open phone Foley, so people will be able to call up and ask you anything
There you go.
they want to know about.
Right.
But we grabbed some things that I wanted to talk to you about. On your website, it says government spending. Quote, my first year I pledged to reduce the cost of state government by at least $1 billion. How are you going to do that? Where's that money coming from?
Well, there are a lot of ways. There's a lot of waste and duplication in our government. If we could just lower...
Wait a minute. Hold on. Seriously?
Wait a minute. The governor wastes and
There's
duplicates?
waste in the government.
Oh, look,
Come
the media.
on.
Wait, we are the
this
media.
is a lean machine, isn't it?
Hey, sounds like you guys got the right attitude. Maybe you can help me get this done.
Yeah.
What's all this fat doing over here?
Yeah, we could be commissioners of the Department of Sarcasm.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
get
you're
sued.
just so
We're
you're
going
going
to
to
eliminate that
streamline.
department. That's one of
Yeah.
the first things I'll do.
Our department
See,
was cut.
we almost had
It was
the job.
first department cut.
Right. You have the distinction, yes.
So you streamline government. That's $1 billion a year or $1 billion a budget. A budget's what, 2 years?
We need to take we need to take $2 billion out of the budget. But when I originally wrote my plan, I identified $1 billion of cost savings right off the top. But
Whoa.
One of the things, for example, we could do, if we have one of the highest healthcare cost systems in Connecticut of any state in the union. If we get our healthcare costs down, that would lower costs.
Is
for
Obama's
everybody,
health care going to be good for us?
but That's going to be expensive.
Yeah. So is
So-
that good or bad?
Well, it just puts more pressure on towns and employers.
So you don't
and
like it.
individuals.
So as
and the
governor,
government.
you wouldn't. Would you sign up for that?
Most of Obamacare, I think, is probably long-term not good and very expensive. So we already have very serious fiscal problems.
Do you think Governor Rell is a good governor?
I do.
Yeah. So she's done the right thing. Then
Well,
why
I
are we?
wouldn't have done
How are you able to find $1 billion right off the top if she was a good governor?
Well, she's had a very difficult situation dealing with a Democrat-dominated legislature. I think in November it will get a better balance in the legislature. I think the state will work better with more equal balance between the parties. So
you might be in that same situation if you're governor.
Could be. I hope not. And she's had some challenges that I hopefully won't have. And we have different backgrounds and experience, so I think we'll take a different approach.
That was good.
Well, was that a nice way of saying I think I'd do a better job than her?
Yes.
I'm not going to say she was horrible.
That was diplomacy.
That's diplomacy.
Right.
He's very good at that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, what does AJ stand for, by the way?
Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks.
Actually, I stand for Truth, Justice, and the American Way.
All right. Also on his website, AJ, guess the amount of money that each taxpayer in Connecticut pays. On the average, each Connecticut household pays this amount. How much is it?
$11 billion.
No,
$11 billion.
Each household.
Each household. Okay.
Yeah.
$10 billion. No. I'm going to say
never mind.
$5,000.
You're not going to play.
$5,000.
$8,600.
Okay, I was close.
That's in state taxes.
Just in state taxes.
Right. I was told to be no math.
On average household income of $68,000. It's 12.5% of household income goes to state taxes alone.
Holy crap.
Wow. Get rid of that car tax, man. I hate that one.
Yeah. All right, let's take a quick call. Henry? What do you got?
My question, how you doing, Tom? I'm calling from Bristol.
Hi, Henry. I was just up there over the weekend.
Yes, I've been following you, Tom. I just want to say, what's your plans for attracting and retaining business in the state of Connecticut? You know, we're losing a lot of businesses in here, and our economy's hurting Connecticut. As you as governor, what are you going to do?
Well, there are a lot of things we can do to make the state more business friendly. We just dropped from 38th to 45th in terms of being the least business friendly state. We have a lot of policies that come out of our legislature, primarily that are run up costs for employers and make it very difficult for them to hire people and expand their businesses. We can change that. Some of that can be done through the executive branch, making DEP and DOT, for example, more responsive. And then once we've done that, and we also have to solve the budget deficit. No employer is going to move to Connecticut and employ people with us facing a $3.5 billion budget deficit. So we have to solve that problem. And I have a plan for doing it. It's on my website. And once we've done that, we can reach out to 7 industries I've identified that should be able to come to Connecticut and make good money here. We have a lot of assets to offer. We've got a great workforce. We've got first-class academic institutions and a very high quality of life. So I'll reach out to those industries, get people to come here, and we'll get the economy going again.
Very good. If I wanted to support you, how would I get your any kind of political signs, or if I want to watch your campaign? Are you friends on Facebook or anything? Website?
I have a Facebook website, but just go to tomfoley2010.com and you can sign up there.
All right, Tom. Thank you very much, and good luck.
Thanks, Henry.
All right.
Have you met Henry? Are you guys good friends?
Yeah,
he's downstairs in the car right now.
No, he's my uncle. That's actually my uncle.
Chaz and AJ. Mornings on Connecticut's #1 rock station.
99.1
PLR.
8:13. All right, it's open phone Foley. Tom Foley is here, wants to be your governor. He's running on the Republican ticket against Malloy, who we had on the show last week, I believe. Was it last week or the week before? I think it was the week before.
Week before, yes.
I can't keep track.
That's okay. My calendar's busted, too.
Yeah. But we asked him a couple of things, and we said, we will endorse you if you could promise us a couple of things. He didn't promise all of them.
Okay.
We said, we want you to be able to come on the show on a regular basis and talk to the people who put you there.
Yeah.
We want to be able to call you we want a direct line to you.
Right, no matter what.
If there's a big story in the paper, we don't want to have to go through people and then 3 days later get you on. We want to get you on that morning when the story's hot.
Right to the source.
And then the other thing is when Eric Danton from the Hartford Courant's on, you cannot call the show.
No.
So that would be the 3 things,
That was
right?
the
Not
three, yeah.
raise taxes, right?
Right.
Cut the deficit. And
easy access.
So it was actually 4 things.
Right.
Well, let's get the budget together and don't raise our taxes.
Right,
that was
yes.
one. And then come on the show, and then Danton.
Right.
I'll agree to all of those right here.
Oh, look at that. See?
Officially.
Eric says thank you.
It's on tape. Yep.
And I was talking to Tom during the music. He went on a bike run over the weekend from Norwalk to Bridgeport on his Harley.
Excellent.
And it was for 9/11?
Yeah, the Bridgeport firefighters have a 9/11 memorial ride. It was fantastic. I was wondering where Norman Rockwell was. He should have been there.
Yeah.
We had a 60-mile ride through 2,500 bikers.
Wow.
And I was at the head of the pack.
Rolling Thunder, man.
What kind of
Awesome.
Harley do you have,
1200 Sportster.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
It is. Was Liz on the back with her BlackBerry? Liz is there working away. She's a little busy bee over here.
She's constantly working.
All right, let's chat with George. George, what do you think?
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good.
Morning.
I was just wanted to ask Mr. Foley. I was reading the article in Newsweek about the clean slate income tax thing. If he was thinking that maybe they could get that into Connecticut so that we could get some more businesses in here and straighten out all this unemployment.
George, I'm sorry, I missed the article. What does that
mean?
Clean slate income tax?
It's called the Clean Slate article about cutting all the income and payroll taxes in half, except for people over $2 million a year, eliminate all the individual deductions and exemptions, and impose a 12 to 15% value-added tax on consumptions.
Wow, that's very significant tax reform. They must be talking about that for a federal policy, which wouldn't involve a governor. But that's
well, I know, but I mean, even on the state level, 15% value-added is pretty significant.
Yeah. That
So
would
what
be very
we
significant.
would pay extra on sales tax, but
Right,
but
you
make it up on the income.
But you
This is where you guys. Well, not you, but
I'm for no new taxes.
You want to be part of this group of people who come up with all these different ways to tax us, so we get so confused. We're like, I don't
My head hurts.
care
Just
anymore. Just
send the
take the
check.
friggin' money.
There you go.
You know?
People are already taxed too much. We don't need new taxes.
Yeah. Cut.
Right,
Read his lips.
which is why you get rid of the income taxes for everybody under $2 million.
But it sounds like then you double the sales tax. No.
Correct, but it's a value-added tax, which means it's only on consumption.
Boy, this is something a politician would come up with. We'll give you money with this hand and take it with this hand.
Right.
Right? Would you do stuff like that, Tom, as governor?
No. I'm
See?
all about transparency and telling the voters what's really going on.
Yeah. No, we heard that already from Obama with the meetings on the C-SPAN and the health care.
Right.
That didn't happen.
That's what I call stealth taxes. That's career politicians are big fans of stealth taxes. Those are taxes you don't see.
Doug.
Yeah, good morning.
Hey.
Good morning, Mr. Foley.
Good morning.
Hey, I got a question for you. If elected governor, how are you going to deal with the electric rates in this country, in this state, rather? Because obviously, jobs is on everybody's mind, and electric, we pay the highest electric in the country. Is there anything that you can do through the Public Service Commission or whatever, Utility Commission, to lower these rates?
Well, yes, we do have the highest energy rates in the continental United States, and some of government policy has affected those rates. There's about 3 cents per kilowatt hour. I think the average person is paying about 17 cents a kilowatt hour in this state. About 3 cents are related to taxes and things that are not directly related to the cost of energy. Those would be things that could immediately be reduced. We also moved to deregulation a couple of years ago. I think there's some ways to fine-tune that so that we can further lower our energy costs. But
Oh, yeah, that was going to be great. Remember that?
Yep.
Deregulation.
Yep.
Competition's good.
I think the capitalists will go Amish.
Yeah, that worked out well. It went down for
my
like
rates
5
tripled in
minutes.
10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
well, that kills jobs too, because that costs employers too, and so that when they're looking at coming to Connecticut or coming to some other place where energy costs are lower, if they have high energy costs as a percentage of their overall costs, they're not going to come here. So it's important for jobs,
especially in the manufacturing sector.
That's
Doug,
right.
we're going to rip through a couple calls here. A lot of people want to talk to Tom. Thanks for checking.
All right.
Ann?
Hi, I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a friend who's working 2 part-time jobs and is divorced with 2 children. She had signed up for food stamps. She only got $46 a month for food stamps. I mean, she's working her butt off trying to get this money for, to live on, where you have other people who are at home that don't have a job who are making more money from food stamps and getting help from the federal government. I don't think that's right. I mean, at least she's trying, to work to help support her family.
Well, listen, middle-class families in Connecticut are under a lot of pressure. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people have lost good manufacturing jobs, for example, and picked up jobs that pay less income in the service sector. And at the same time, the cost of living is rising in Connecticut. So people are under a lot of pressure. A lot of people have to have 2 jobs just to keep paying the bills. So we really need to get focused on the economy. We need to get focused on making employers more willing to hire people, keeping jobs here in Connecticut, and then bringing jobs here from out of state. I'm the one who can do it.
Those food stamps taste terrible, man.
Josh.
Hey.
Hi.
All right. Have you ever smoked marijuana? And
Yes.
how do you feel about the legalization?
AJ, that question was not for you.
Sorry! I had this friend.
Have you ever smoked marijuana, and where do you stand on it being legal?
Gee, when you said any question, I had no idea what you were talking about. Did you ask that one of Dan Malloy?
I did.
Listen, we've got a serious drug problem all across our country, and I am not for legalizing marijuana because I do think it contributes to our drug abuse problem.
Have you smoked?
Particularly is
when you were in college?
Look,
our president smoked. He did coke. Our last president, George Bush, did.
I didn't inhale.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you smoke pot?
I guess I should say
everybody
here that I
has,
have,
right?
Yeah, come on.
Well, tried it.
My mom, just yesterday. I remember.
Your mom? Yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So
was she
anyway,
hungry?
I don't support legalization of marijuana, though. We have big drug problems in our inner cities, and I think we need to focus on reducing drug abuse.
And Ryan.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Foley. My question would be immigration. Now, it's obvious with Arizona, the situation out there and everything like that. This is pretty much make or break a politics. Immigration is a big issue here. And what it is if you're in this country illegally, you're breaking the law. You stand on this.
Yeah, where do you stand with illegal immigration? We have a situation in New Haven, Danbury, other parts of Connecticut.
Worker Depot, right. Yes.
Worker Depot.
Yes.
I think I wish the federal government were doing more to enforce their immigration laws. I'm against sanctuary cities. And I think the biggest injustice, from my point of view, is that American citizens, in some cases, are not able to get jobs because jobs are being taken by people who aren't here legally. So we need to make sure that we get the federal government to do what they need to do, and if they're not willing to do it, that we take whatever steps we can to make sure that our own citizens and people who are here who are trying to immigrate properly under the laws are protected.
All right. So job one would be, if you became governor, the economy here in Connecticut.
Absolutely. Jobs in the economy. That's what people care about. And if we don't change the direction the state's headed, it's simply going to get worse. And that would be a shame for our children and their futures. This is a great state. We need to get things turning around. We need new leadership and a new direction. And
if Dan would come in here and debate you on the air, would you accept that offer?
We're talking about how many debates we're going to do, so we'll...
See, here's the thing with debates on television, those people who are watching already made up their minds. They're watching to watch how their guy or girl does.
Exactly.
Here on the radio, you're going to get those undecideds. And undecided is not going to tune in and watch a debate. They're boring.
No, exactly.
See, here on the radio, we had Dan come in and he debated DeStefano back when they were running for the Democratic side 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And they thought it was the best debate they had done. They got good questions. You heard the questions.
Yeah.
You liked everyone except for did you smoke pot? Right? So every question was good.
I forgot we asked that one.
They're good. They're good questions. They're from the people who are going to make the decisions. And, we'd give you 30 seconds to answer it. So, like 3 minutes is a long time, right?
It is.
I mean, you got to throw it in the kitchen sink there. You get 30 seconds to answer it.
Use short words.
So if Dan was willing to do that, would you do that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
I have hesitation. Yes.
Yeah, no, I think that, I think the people listening right now, they're going to decide who the next governor is going to be.
Okay.
Yeah. So I appreciate you coming in.
Great being here.
Was that sarcasm?
No, I actually enjoyed it. You guys
he meant it. I saw he nodded his head. Yes.
It's Tom Foley. And the website is what? TomFoley2010.com?
TomFoley2010.com.
Awesome.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Connecticut's #1 rock station, Chaz and AJ. Mornings on 99.1 PLR.